from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Time is starting to run short in this season. The goals, the aspirations are still alive, and we're looking forward to this one here in Week 10 of our coverage of EA Sports College Football. And the Gamecocks will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns offense will have the football first. And here comes Arch Manning. As we get late in the season, his performance has made him a contender, if not one of the favorites, for the Heisman Trophy. Wide receiver going in motion. They go play action with Manning. It's complete to the right. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Throwing Manning. Still looking. He's going to run it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it on the counter. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side. And then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
And he's brought down after a short gain. They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. Motion from the wide receiver. Plows his way ahead. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Got it behind the line. It's Napier. Makes the tackle. Long way to go on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Manning. Out wide right, it's Shannon. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. They'll go to the counter play. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. The Longhorns will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. So South Carolina's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
Hey, man, I can't wait to watch this chess match today. This defense, they are so buttoned up, man. They are dialed in. They know exactly who they are. They can run zone. They can run man. They can stop the run. Like, they make things really hard for quarterbacks, Jesse. And this quarterback on the other side, he's pretty dang good. So I'm excited to see this matchup.
He's really good. He just has to be keyed in on timing. The ball has to come out on time. You can't stare things down against this defense because they're going to make you pay. And they try to make you see ghosts. I think one of the really good things about this defense is that they do a nice job disguising their coverages and changing the picture pre-snap to post-snap. So we know this quarterback physically, obviously, one of the most talented in the country, but mentally today, he has got to be sharp.
The run inside. It's Marshall. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but They're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Breaks into the open. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. Using his legs, it's Marshall. All over him immediately.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Powers inside. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Nowhere to go.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
At the 20, he's got space. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I mean, you just can't teach and coach big D tackles to be that quick. I mean, he shot right out of his stance, beat the offensive lineman, and he was in the backfield before the O-line even knew it.
Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one is perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Here comes the Texas offense. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Arch is going to throw for it. Right side, it's Riley. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
That false start will just increase the degree of difficulty at 2nd and 7. Play action, here's Manning. Throws to the tight end. Pulls it in, it's Winston. Now they're starting to feel it. They got a first down at the 44. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The ride. Turning it on. He's got enough. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Tells the run, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
That one just came off his hand badly.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Out wide left, it's Winston. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
A short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Caught. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. Instead of opting for the chip shot field goal attempt and tying the game, these guys want to take the lead. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Just drives it between the uprights. And guys, that 3 ball has us all tied up here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Hits inside, it's Marshall. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Left side, it's Marshall. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
Right back to the well. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Simmons. Got a man, it's Duggar. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
That's a good job by the drag right there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Grab near the marker, it's Duggar. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Rushes on. And down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Throwing Simmons. Look out. And it's a sack. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
On the move. He'll pull it down and run. Slides to the ground after picking up the first great play on 2nd and short. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Here's Arch to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Down here on the Gamecocks sideline, one of the storylines that I am keeping track of right now is how is the running back performing. Coming off that loss last week, he really got banged up. And guys, I think it could impact his ball security, how he's cutting and moving on the field. I've got my eyes all over this, and I will keep you posted how this game progresses. Back to you.
Holly, keep an eye on that one for us. They'll run him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. A run for the quarterback. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup with 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Simmons to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. On target over the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback. Don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rigged running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Turns it upfield. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Gamecocks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Simmons. That's caught. It's Sellers. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Simmons. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Back to throwing, they've got to go a long way. Reels it in. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
No good. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
From the gun, it's Riley. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Manning on play action. Got him downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Longhorns want to move quickly.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
And he almost had a pick.
Man, if he doesn't drop it, there's 2 picks in 2 consecutive drives. He was in a great position to make another play. He just couldn't secure the catch.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Gets the back moving. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Snags it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. After the flag, distance for a first down cut in half. They can really get aggressive on 1st and 5. Manning with a play fake. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quick give. It's Riley. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Winston. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! That puts them on top here in the fourth.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
So the defense trying to protect the lead, but they could also put a punctuation mark on this thing and end it with a big turnover. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Gamecocks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And now on second down for this offense. Throwing Simmons. Hauls it in. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Back to throw, it's Simmons. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying.
Second and long here. Wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Sellers. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Their pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Now here's Simmons. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. And the Longhorns hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. Straight ahead, it's Riley. Sweet cut there. Flying down the left side. To the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs,
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.